Is it okay to fall asleep listening to music or some other track when you're actually trying to lucid dream? Let's answer that question. Hey guys, welcome back to Tipharot. It's me, Matt here, and today I'm answering a question that I've had several times, and that is, what if you're actually listening to music or some kind of track when you're falling asleep? Does that affect your ability to lucid dream? So the first part of this is people are wondering actually if certain music and stuff can actually help you with lucid dreaming. I kind of don't know, maybe, but I wouldn't expect it to make you lucid dream just by listening to certain music while you're falling asleep or whatever, unless that particular music is associated with lucid dreaming. So the one way that you could actually do this is if, for example, you listen to a particular kind of music every time that you're reading about lucid dreaming or studying lucid dreaming, and every time that music comes on, like if you hear that music on the radio, the first thing you do is a reality check, you question if you're dreaming. Then if you fall asleep, say, listening to that, then you might actually end up in a dream where that music is playing, for example, and that might encourage you to actually realise that you're dreaming, question the nature of the dream and so on, and actually become lucid. So that is one possibility. But does it actually interfere is the other question, does this interfere if you've got, say, headphones in when you fall asleep? And the short answer is basically no. It may interfere in some cases, and that is in the cases where you can't fall asleep, and that is, self-explanatory. Some people can't fall asleep if music is playing, so if that's you, then obviously don't do that if you're trying to lucid dream, because you're not going to get to sleep. But for other people who do fall asleep, it's not going to affect it in any negative way. It's not going to stop you from lucid dreaming or anything. You might still hear the music playing in your dream, which may or may not clue you into the fact that you're dreaming, but that's about it. Is this something I personally do? No, I'm not a particular fan of falling asleep with music playing. But that said, I do something similar, and that is that I sometimes fall asleep with hypnosis tracks playing, simply because I fall asleep when I'm actually listening to a good hypnosis track. There is a good chance of me falling asleep halfway through, and so as a result I sometimes use them when I'm suffering from insomnia and I just want to get to sleep and so on. And also I just like the hypnosis in general, and so sometimes I fall asleep with it. I find that hypnosis is best listened to when you're actually tired and ready to go to bed, like just before you go to sleep. So sometimes I fall asleep while listening to it, and that's just it, Maybe I'll wake up later and just remove my headphones, but, I fall asleep while listening to it. It's never had any negative effect on me. Another one that I do is ASMR. If you don't know what ASMR is, it's Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. It's basically this thing where certain sights and sounds can trigger this response where you get tingles up the back of your spine and so on, and you feel really relaxed. It can help with sleep, with anxiety and stuff like that. And I enjoy ASMR. It's a good way to relax before bed. And so a lot of times I will listen to ASMR and I will fall asleep just listening to it, because it does help me fall asleep. So, that doesn't affect lucid dreaming in any way. I'm still able to lucid dream just fine when that happens. It's no different to any other night. I don't lucid dream anymore, I don't lucid dream any less. So you don't have to worry about that. If you like falling asleep listening to music or ASMR or hypnosis or guided meditations or just the news, whatever it is that you fall asleep listening to, it's completely fine. It's not going to have any negative effect. And if you really want to use that in some way, then build an association with that thing you fall asleep listening to and with lucid dreaming. That way, if it's still playing while you're actually in a dream and you hear it in your dream, you will do a reality check and realise that you're dreaming. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to subscribe up there for more. Also, check out my Patreon page if you're interested in supporting the channel. Thank you guys for watching, take care.